The Olsen Archon. I like it. All right, let's go.
Thousands of anti-government protesters have
Welcome to GSL Antigua Shipyard.
All right.
Looks like it's a little bit frozen.
A little bit slow.
There we go.
Okay. It thawed.
Yeah.
In the bottom right, playing an amazing game, flanking those Broodlords in game number 2. Chewing his gum right now. He just opened up a new stick. We have
Liquid Hero.
in the upper left, we have our young, really creative player. He actually elected to play on Antigua Shipyard as a Zerg, which is pretty rare. In fact, rare might even be an understatement. This player is
FXO Leenock.
All right, Artosis, do you like gum?
No.
I know you don't actually. It was kind of a silly question. I see you like every day.
I'm not a gum chewer.
If you had to chew gum, what kind of gum would you chew?
Watermelon.
Watermelon? I go with mint. Mint gum guy.
You're a fool.
I am not a fool.
You're a fool. You and the rest of the world are fools. Mint is for toothpaste tasteless.
Can you blow bubbles with bubble gum?
I can, but they're the most pathetic things ever,
I'm
and I
pretty
just
good.
learned how to do it 2 years ago.
I'm pretty good, man.
Could not
blow
blow
some mean
bubbles as a child.
But yeah, it's pretty good. Those of you guys at home, there are a lot of pro gamers, not like an overwhelming amount, but a good amount that actually chew gum.
Oh, you know what? Actually, there is one type of gum that I have chewed in the past, and I do have in my house stocked, is the caffeinated gum that they have.
Oh, I haven't tried the caffeinated gum. Do they have that in the States?
Yeah, they do. They do.
do?
I've never seen it in the States, but I asked this a while ago on GSL, like years ago or something. People said, yeah, but
I haven't tried the caffeinated gum.
I have a box of caffeinated gum at home.
Now, how much of a caffeine buzz does that actually give you? Is that a...
Well, the thing is, when I'm like really like crazy into StarCraft, I'm like, well, I'm going to light it for 12 hours a day. I just like drink coffee and chew caffeinated gum like by the handful, and I tell you what, tasteless. If I am not wired, nobody is.
No, because I am. I have this thing because I have make a hot pot of coffee when I'm playing StarCraft at home. But then sometimes I'm in a game where I actually just cannot stop and drink the coffee.
And it gets cold.
And it gets cold.
Yeah, it happens to me a lot.
So I'm wondering if I should just try caffeinated. What is the brand?
I don't know. I got it from eMart.
We need to figure out what kind of gum Hero chews. You know what? This guy needs to get a gum sponsor.
Yeah, Stride.
Stride, man.
If you don't care what type of gum you
Then we're going to get a gum sponsor. We could be the Double Mint Twins. That's us, Artosis. Mary Kate Nash of eSports, Double Mint Twins of eSports.
There you go.
All right, looks like we got a fast expand here for both players. They're all opening very, very standard right now. A few links are coming out.
I'm kind of expecting the Immortal Sentry all in.
Yeah,
I mean, Hero's a guy that loves Blink, but I mean, this map, it's all about Immortal Sentry tasteless. Well, Leenock obviously has a plan here, and he knows that build is unbelievably popular here. Maybe he thinks Hero might not do it. Maybe he thinks he definitely will, and he has something planned, but there's no doubt in my mind that Leenock, by choosing this map, is coming prepared for a 2-base all-in.
Oh my god, that was close.
Wowzers.
I almost bit my tongue off watching that.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah, man. My precious casting tongue.
Call you tongueless.
Tongueless. And I would just frown because I can't talk back.
Alright, so.
Oh, is he going to cannon rush? Wait, how far along
I
is the
don't
hatch?
think
Click
so.
on the hatch.
I don't think so. I mean, he could lay it down right now, but there's actually, okay, I think he saw that because Leenock is actually scouting for this right now. He's got it way pointed around. He's not letting this
I don't understand why he would hide this probe there otherwise, though. That doesn't seem
it looks like he wants to do it, but yeah, it's not going to happen. All right. Well, that probe was caught red-handed. It's like red and it's holding minerals.
Yeah.
It's perfect time to say that. It was also caught.
I don't think probes have hands, man.
Well, it's still holding things.
I think he holds it with his little probe.
He's
mouth.
holding it with his proverbial hands.
Ah, there you go.
Just because they aren't.
Just
we don't
can we
call
just
it
agree
hands?
to never use the word proverbial ever again? That's
no, it's my
proverbial is like quite possibly like the most pretentious word.
Well,
now. Actually,
Too bad.
it's not that bad. What is it? What is the word worse than proverbial?
I will actually tell you when I hear it next. There's actually... there is one that you use sometimes in casting, and every time you say it, I just say it back to you.
Is
to
when I
make fun
say
of you.
adroit handling or
yes,
something?
and I'm always like, yes, Tasus, that was very adroit. D-bag. Like,
I just remember reading some article,
brain.
it's like some politician got in trouble. It was like, it was the proverbial egg in the face or something like that. And I was like, oh, God,
so
who writes like this?
So bad. All right, so we have sentries being produced, a robo coming down,
So
2 gases.
probably going to be the immortal push.
Very good chance. Very good chance. Don't forget that we have seen in the past, the Sentry Warp Prism drops on this map quite often. It's a decent map for it, actually, but I don't think that's what it's going to be, because that's a little bit risky. Some risk in there. But yeah, man, it's actually adroit is the answer to your question. I'm sorry, I'm so happy
fine.
you thought of that, because as soon as I said it's a word you say, you knew it.
I knew it, because you always give me that look, and I'm like, what? It wasn't adroit handling in that situation.
Yeah.
All right, we got more.
Like, all right, Harvard. Like,
slow down there, Harvard.
Calm down, Tasteless.
All right, we got a Roach Ward halfway done.
Yeah, everything pretty standard here for Leenock. He's getting that pretty quick layer up, getting the Roach Warren done, the speed upgrade. His creep spread's actually looking pretty decent so far as well.
Now,
and it is a Warp Prism. Look at that.
Okay. Now, just as we always say, Zergs generally don't like this map because the 4th base is a little bit tougher. Zerg at the 4th base, a little bit quicker than the Protoss at the 4th base. So, as the game pans out, there's usually this big problem. Now, if Zerg gets the 4th base, secures it, then the game goes on. But we're all kind of waiting and watching to see what exactly does Leenock have planned on this map, because he's the Zerg and he picked the map.
Yeah. Okay, so we actually have a Twilight Council coming in.
Okay.
And he doesn't know about the Twilight Council. I'm sorry. It's really weird. I think there's a bug where it shows that Leenock didn't see those gates, but it shows them on his minimap.
That is a bug.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, yeah. So he doesn't know about the Blink upgrade, and that's important, because right now, if I'm Leenock, I'm thinking, okay, this looks like it's probably Immortal Sentry. But in fact, Hero might be going for an expansion.
Yeah, he's just going to go try to get some probes or some drones over here.
Yeah, and he should be able to kill an okay amount. Nice force fields going off. Yeah, very nice. He's going to want to target down a little bit. Target on these drones as best he can. Maybe throw down some more. Oh, the road.
Very nicely done.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Tag over here at the front. Blocks that off.
And, well, yeah, that attack, not a huge deal. I think he killed a sentry. But 6 drones were killed. By
Look
this
at
drop.
this. This is cute.
Yeah.
Not like this.
Yep. That's exactly how it went down.
Yeah, man.
Leenock right now focusing on a lot of roach production. He's getting in his infestation pit as well. And Hero looks like he has decided that he wants to go for a 3rd base. Something you don't see as often on this map, but he's done some nice harassment already.
I think Leenock's done a good job of denying the 3rd base for quite a while here, while still having enough defense at home.
And look at this. Hero's actually going to pick off a bunch of roaches from Leenock. That's so nice. Ooh, nice pickups here.
Oh, nice micro there.
And he doesn't even lose sentries. Very well done. Everything Leenock's trying just is not working here.
I mean, frankly, Hero is airtight here. Nothing is getting in there.
And you know what? Leenock has to decide what to do here. He's continuing to make a lot of units. He's getting his pathogen gland upgrade.
He looks like he might just do a timing off of 3 bases.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's going to go in and try to bust, because this is one of the hardest maps to stop Zerg coming in to bust your 3rd. They kill the rocks, and they have that area. Then they have the 2 big areas as well. Sometimes Protosses make building walls to cut off part of this, but he hasn't done that here.
We're going to have a Warp Prism drop. Now, an Overlord, you did graze by an Overlord.
In fact, I would almost say that he wants him to see it in some ways. Of course, that's not what's going on.
He wants him to turn around.
He's going to want him to turn around when he starts coming, that's for sure. But he wants to get in there and do damage more than anything, of course.
All right, he does not see the Warp in there. He's going to load those Zealots into the Warp Prism and then drop and have 8 more Zealots come out.
look at this. Hero's actually trying to pick off as many use as possible. Comes up, force field some in, loses a few stalkers, sure, but kills off a decent amount of roaches. Look at the supplies. It's not that terrible for Hero right now.
No, this is not the worst thing in the world. Now he comes in now with the Zealots, and he's going to warp it more here.
Yeah, I think he will. Yeah, there you go. 3 more Zealots being warped in, and he's going to have to withdraw his army. In the meantime, Hero is walking forward with the rest of his army.
He might even use hold position here, hit those throws.
And, yeah. Ooh, nice call pieces.
Oh, yeah, he's going to do it. Now, there now.
And
counterattack here with some roaches. Hero turns around.
That roach army is not really all that scary. He's definitely going to get back in time. That I don't think he'll do too much damage.
All right, he needs to. I think Starker can be stuck outside here, but
he's made a nice additional wall, warps in the sentry, and he's going to catch these. Hero completely killing right now.
Is not making any mistakes at all whatsoever.
This is the Hero we've seen more often recently.
Yeah, this is the Hero that I enjoy casting.
Yeah, he looks so unbeatable right now. He's doing everything just beautifully. His unit movements, his micro, his macro, his harassment. Leenock's in tough shape. He's sitting 3 base against 3 base right now. He's lost a ton of units. He's done no real damage. The supply is catching up for Hero, and it's a much better supply than what Leenock has invested his into. In fact, there's 70 probes against 63 drones. How do you explain that one? How do you explain that, Tasteless? Or Leenock?
Well, I feel like everything that Leenock's done so far has failed. Not tremendously, but pretty. It's a fail. A fail is a fail. And now I don't understand how Leenock gets a 4th base, and this is exactly what I was talking about at the start. I don't know how you actually can win from here. Leenock's expanding to the top center, but as you can see, he didn't push his creep out far enough to cover that with spine crawlers. So I don't know.
Yeah.
All Hero has to do is see that and then just run up there with even just only stalkers, or he can just use the warp prism here.
Yeah, it's so easy to kill that off. In fact, I think he's going to force a cancel immediately here. Greater Spire on the way. We have a lot of spine crawlers for Leenock. He's playing kind of like Cloud Kingdom in some ways.
Yep.
But without all the advantages he had at Cloud Kingdom. He's actually playing at a disadvantage in the same type of style where he's like, well, I'm just going to kind of expand. He's not going to get any bases up, though. So he's going to be 3 base against 3 base going for this tech. But Hero, he hasn't really lost any economy.
No.
His upgrades are good. His Stargate's already on the way.
There's not even been any modes where probes are killed beyond like 1 or 2 that are actually just making an exit somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, everything is going Hero's way. Look at the spies. They're even. They're even bases. Leenock is in so much trouble right now.
All right, now Leenock's going to try to take the hardest to hold base on the map for Zerg, that one right there.
Yeah, that's a pretty rough one.
But and against both players now and having a hard time ever getting a 4th base on this map, just so difficult.
Hero is getting...
that's not a good idea.
All right, it didn't work. Hero is getting his mothership tech right now. His Templar Archives just finished too, so he can get some Archons out.
I feel like he can just push out into the center of the map with his army and deny if he's scouting that. Oh, this is a well-positioned Colossus.
No way, man. That was...
Damn.
Look at that building placement and everything. Hero...
It looks so good.
Hero just looking so strong right now. Even that counterattack when Hero was out of position, it didn't matter because of that good building placement.
All right, he's going to clean up these roaches with ease. Getting these Zealots out here. Well, the warp prism does go down. I don't understand what exactly Leenock's supposed to do now. Do you know what I mean?
There isn't anything.
You just go Broodlords, I guess.
Yeah, he's going to go Broodlords and hope that he can, get some nice fungals off and do some nice transfuses. He's saved up a lot of clean energy. It's going to come down to one all-in push, basically, from Leenock. If he does enough damage, the game can go on. Or, I mean, there's always a possibility he'll kill Hero, but I don't see that as too likely.
Too likely?
We know likey, Tasteless.
All right, now, Leenock is double expanding here at the top of the map. I think what's going to happen is Hero's going to just secure the bottom base, make sure that it doesn't die, get enough cannons up there. And, yeah, just go from there. Try attack north. Damn, Hero.
Yeah, Leenock is doing like fancy micro to try to kill probes off. He can't even do that, unfortunately. Hero has secured his 4th base. Yep. But Leenock's double expanded here. We'll see if he can actually keep one of them alive.
All right, so he probably wants to make a bunch more cannons over there and then push to the top. And I think that's exactly what we're going to see here. All he has to do is keep denying any economy, and I don't know why these zealots are going over there and then attacking the hatchery, but they're going to do that.
Some funny waypoints going on. It's going to allow the Broodlords to maybe save it. No,
I think he loses it no matter what.
Yeah, that was almost. Not quite, though.
All right, and I think that other upper right base just got scouted.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, he's going to make...
Never ending.
Yep.
Poor Leenock. He just made a round of 18 drones as well. Well, the mothership is out. We have Psystorm almost done, Charge almost done. The Warp Prism's still flying around being a nuisance. And the one thing we can say is that Leenock does have Neural Parasite, so maybe he can get a Neural off on the mothership.
All right, nice. And at the last second, the army shows up here to try to save that of Leenock. It does not work out. Very passive moment here. Just the hero being very cautious, making sure he's taking out each expansion. He's got his eyes all over the map. Hero can win this unless Leenock makes these Broodlords and Infestors work. And I think it's almost time for him to move out with that. All right, here we go again. Everything that Leenock has getting trapped by Hero.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
Hero is just, I mean, he's exacting everywhere. That's the best word I can think of right now.
Exacting?
Yeah. He's exacting.
He's exacting.
He's like
a proverbial exacting, if you will.
Yeah. He's very adroitly exacting Leenock right now.
Yeah, there you go. In the proverbial sense, of course. So he's pushing forward. Oh, man. More drones kill here. Okay, again, I'm probably going to rant after this, but I still cannot believe that he picked this map. This is like exactly what happens to Zerg. It's why they...
Yeah,
you know, why a lot of Terrans pick this against Zerg.
I think he was expecting probably Hero to either... Well, most likely 2-base all in. But even if he went 3-base, oftentimes Zerg is very good at breaking Protoss here, so...
Looks like he will save the hatchery here.
Yeah, just ever so barely. Wait
he's going to get it.
Oh my God, blast shot. Craziness.
Leenock's like, oh.
Yeah, well, now we're going to have like one ultimate battle. And it's going to consist of 16 Broods, 12 Infestors, and 4 Queens with full energy against Hero's godlike looking army, which includes 5 Colossus, 4 Archons, the Mothership, High Templars with Storm, 4 of them, full energy. I mean, this is a deadly army.
And as you can see, he's poking up here. And, yeah, we're just going to have to wait, guys. It looks like now the upper center base is going to get hit.
Hero's still killing off every base that Leenock tries to make while expanding.
Oh, nice bungle on that with those Templars.
Yeah, that's good.
Cover me.
Well, he gets one of them. Nice snipe.
Now flying in here, he's going to storm the drones. I believe at the third base.
Yeah, I think at the natural, just because there's almost no minerals, they're all bounced up.
Oh my God, he should have stormed.
There you
go.
That's a big storm.
That's so many dead drones.
Not that it matters, he has no bases to mine from.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, both of them just kind of trying to wait each other out.
I think this is almost checkmate for Leenock. He just he has that one move, and this is it right now.
This is his one chance. And it's, I mean, it's feedback versus
Our computer could barely handle this, but...
and nice fungal there. Very nice fungal indeed. He's picking some stuff off. It's going pretty well. Nice transfuse.
Yep.
Don't forget transfusion's huge in this situation. And... okay, gets the vortex off. It's pretty good. He can use fungals to stop Archons from getting in. One Archon gets in, and
2 more.
It looks like he's not going to try to prevent it.
Okay, he's throwing all these defensive Terrans there to fill up space.
Nice storms going off, and
sick!
It worked out. Worked out pretty well. He does get stormed. There's a lot of infestor energy that's gone now. He has to take that into consideration.
And what we saw there, he threw the infestor Terrans there to take up surface areas so the Archons couldn't hit the Broodlords when they came back outside of the vortex.
Oh, and oh my God, he just...
He forced out the vortex.
And it got most of the army of Hero. This is going to be deadly. He needs to spread those Broodlords out so they're all hitting. And this is actually, he's about to kill Hero's army off. Look at this.
Hero might actually lose this now, guys.
There is the possibility.
Yeah.
A beautiful fungal does go down. Leenock adroitly handling this army.
I know. Hero might be proverbially dead, or I don't know.
Dude, I just... look at this. Hero now at 140 supply against 175. Thing is, Leenock does not have a lot of energy on these infestors. He's lost a few of them. He has okay energy. The queens still have a lot.
This is an interesting response, or he's actually going to go towards the main.
And Hero's actually backing this up with Void Rays. That's like a desperation.
Well, the problem is you can just bungle the Void Rays.
Don't forget, Hero has a lot of bases still. He's still mining a lot, whereas Leenock absolutely is not. And in fact, Hero's killing off Leenock's expansion.
Oh, let's get the fourth base for Leenock being hit. And Zealot's now hitting the infestors. Oh man, yeah, Hero still can do this if he takes out. He took out that base over there.
Yeah, Hero's not dead. I mean, it's scary right now, but he's not dead. Thing is, these queens are not going to allow these Void Rays to do anything. Normally, just the infestors alone will kill him, but the queens as well.
Oh man, I have no idea who's going to win this now.
It's a hard one.
And Hero not microing these Void Rays back.
This army of Leenock just so frightening. The mothership is almost out again. It's going to come here at the main.
The other expansion for Leenock taken out as well. So you got one guy who's going to lose his main base and all of his tech structures. The other guy who was basically broke as a joke.
Yeah. He is not mining.
Look at his money.
Income
he is
basically zero.
Yeah, his income is stagnant right now.
He's mining 20 minerals per minute. That's bad.
That's not good.
And I mean, the Void Rays just have been completely not useful. He does have the next mothership. He's still continuing to mine very well from a couple bases. Doesn't have the hugest probe count over there. He still has 63 probes, but...
Jesus, that's a lot of infested Terrans. Yeah. And I think he realizes these stalkers are stuck down there.
You know what? Leenock hasn't seen the two bases on the very left. He knows about, of course, the fourth base, but not the two bases on the very left. Now this mothership taking a lot of damage.
And it's just barely getting away here. The Archon chewed up as well. And again, I mean, he's cleaning up all the tech. Artos is checked for us. Is he making tech back in his other base on the left side?
Hero? Yeah. No, he hasn't replaced any of his tech buildings.
Okay, this is really bad.
He doesn't even have a core over there, so
he can't even make stalkers right now.
Yeah, he can only make zealots and high templars. That's an issue. He just started the core though over there, so okay, he's gonna get that going.
I think neither player entirely sure if he's going to win or lose this. I think Hero suddenly realizing, oh crap, I actually can't.
I almost feel like Hero should be trying to base trade or something right now. You know
what? I completely agree with you. You are so smart, Artosis. I don't know why you didn't do that, because honestly, there's way less Leenock bases.
Well, Leenock doesn't have like a lot of buildings. He has some spines and stuff to get past, but if he can maybe kill off hatcheries or something, I don't know. Because right now, he has to just buy time and build up his army again, so he actually has something to fight against Leenock. Because Leenock's army actually just beats Hero's army so easily straight up. He's still
he's desperately trying to get rid of this hatchery, and he will.
I'm actually so surprised.
Okay, he is going to get
game. You know, I feel like Hero has outplayed Leenock all game long until just that last battle.
Well, I think you're right though. I think if he went for a base trade, he had a ton of stalkers that are very fast. And Hero has way too many bases. He could have blinked outside of his main as the Broodlords pushed in. Because even though the Broodlords do a ton of damage, I mean, you guys, everybody can see they move so slowly across the map. He could have gone up there and started trying to hide pylons everywhere. I think base trade, when you have an army that's this scary from Leenock, it might be the only way to take it out.
And, well, I mean, the Infestor's very low on energy right now. He's used more Infested Terrans than truly he should have. And in fact, he's continuing to use a lot. Huge Vortex goes down, but that Vortex doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That was almost a meaningless Vortex, I would say.
I think right now Hero's had a brain fart.
All right, he's going to blink in and try to pick off as many Infestors as possible, but way too many Broodlords right there. Out pop a billion Infestors. GG. Wow.
Damn.
That was an impressive comeback by Leenock. I thought for sure he was going to go down that game. But Leenock, you know what? He had one way to win that game. That's the one death push. Yeah. And he did it. He controlled it right. He got that Vortex off that killed off Hero's army. And Hero, obviously, completely upset that happened. He outplayed Leenock for like 90% of that game, I would say.
I mean, you got to
outplay him for... You have the right 10%, I guess.
Well, you know, it's just funny because once you lost control of the center, I feel like Hero just suddenly it was like he was frozen.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally didn't really see Hero do anything other than try to deny those hatcheries. It doesn't matter how many hatcheries you deny if you don't get rid of that army or take out their base. So, he's just basically watching his base get chewed up by Broodlords. He could have.
There was a few things, like when you get that far ahead, a lot of times you do add extra starports and say, okay, I can switch into Void Rays, if this gets dicey. But it almost never works. Void Rays are really not that powerful.
We see people get them, but it's like, okay, but they're going to have queens.
I don't even feel like the Void Ray is a very good unit almost ever. Like,
generally speaking, yeah. Not since they've reduced its range and people figured out, you know.
It was a hard choice, though. And, I mean, Leenock, he hit that push just right. He did it right through the center, that one Neural. And the thing is, as the Neural was coming out, he feedbacked it. So he did feedback that Infestor, but it wasn't quite quick enough. It was like, if he had gotten that, if that Neural never happened, I think for sure he wins because he's on so many more bases.
I still can't believe Leenock picked Antigua. I was actually going to go on a rant. Like, you don't play Antigua for that exact reason, that you can't get a 4th base, which Leenock basically never really got up.
Hero played so beautifully.
I know.
Oh, God, that's
kind of sad. Well, we're going to take a short little break. When we get back, we're going to have Squirtle against Leenock, so stay tuned.